Hey everyone, I made some significant progress on my game engine / editor. Would like to show that in this video. So this is the editor. Right now it has a blank scene graph, blank inspector and a blank asset browser. We can actually go ahead and import assets, right? So let's say I'm trying to import this. So whenever I am trying to import an OBJ file, right now I'm just supporting OBJ files. So if I import the OBJ file, it will look for a MTL file, material file, which comes along with that OBJ, and there's an option to combine meshes, right? So if I click combine, then all the meshes will be bunched together and we'll get one mesh. If I don't want to combine, then all the meshes can be kept separately. If I click import, you'll see that these many meshes have been loaded in the asset browser. We also get these many materials, right, and textures as well. So if what we can do is we can select all of these meshes together. So selection is also now enabled. I can select assets from the asset browser and drag and drop them together. So 178 assets selected. If we drag and drop them, you can see that there's a tank here, right? So individually I can select any component and I can change its transforms, right? So let's import another asset called Chopper 2. It's a helicopter model. So these many assets have been imported, all these textures have been imported. I can load all of them together and all of these nodes are created, right? I can even create a blank node. This is empty node, and I can add a mesh renderer component like we do in Unity, and from these many objects I can select what object I want that to be. For example, see, I selected this new node and I added a mesh renderer, and on the fly I can change the meshes. So it's so easy to switch the meshes and even the textures as well. So if I just go here, I'll see a drop down. I can select any texture that I want, right? And I can delete this node as well. So I think this one is the chopper blade, right? When I rotate it, you can see that it's not rotating around the origin. So we are going to fix that. So we will fix that by using by creating a parent node and then putting that parent node at the right position and then rotating it. So we'll create an empty node and we'll call it blade root, right? And if I check where the blade root is, it is here. So we are going to place this blade root on the axis, right? On the axis of the blade. So it is here, somewhere here. So let's place it. Yeah. So this is on the axis. Now what we are going to do is we will attach this blade to the blade root, reset its transform, and now the blade is here. It is attached to the blade root, so we can actually translate it properly so that it comes back here. So yeah, it is here now. Let's center it a bit. Yeah, I think it is done. And now let's put it down. Yes, now it is fixed. Now if I rotate the blade root, you'll see that it rotates along the origin, right? So imagine if I can create a simple script, or like if I can do the same rotation in code, then I kind of have a game object which has different parts and all of those parts rotate separately. Likewise, I can also change the transform of other things. So it has become so easy. Let's load another scene. I can select any model and I can change its texture material on the fly. So right now we just have one material and it is shared amongst all because it's just a simple texture that is applied, but I can change the texture on the fly. See, all these textures are not compatible with this model. Only this one is compatible, but you get the point, right? We can change the nodes, we can add or remove nodes as well. Let's duplicate this one, duplicate node. So another node has been added and I can actually shift it. Yeah, So this is another node that is added. Yeah, that was the engine progress so far. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a simple base engine, and I'll use that engine as a way to implement different rendering algorithms. I have a huge list of rendering algorithms that I want to implement, so I'll keep implementing those algorithms in this engine. At the same time, also understand the system design of it. Like if let's say we want to integrate these algorithms at a larger scale in an engine, how does that happen? It's my way of exploring it. Hope you liked it.